Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, CaniSports, and welcome back to the Liverpool Career Mode. I'm excited for this episode. I hope you guys are as well. In the last one, we had the problem that we barely have any money left in the team, only 7 million. And you assistant coaches have decided Balotelli is coming back into the team, but only for the purpose of being sold and getting money back into the club. He's worth 13 million right now, but he's not really on top form. So hopefully we'll be able to get rid of him for as much money as possible. Anything above 10 million, in my opinion, would be a good deal. Somehow, after getting him back from his loan, his value dropped down from 13 million to 12.5. Which doesn't make any sense for me. So EA, please clear that up for me. I really don't know what happened on that one. Initially, the reason why I wanted to sell Balotelli was to get a new centre back into the team, but honestly, I think Matthias Ginter will do a good job in the centre-back position instead of Skrtel. So next season, in the first transfer window, we'll probably sell on Martin Skrtel and train Matthias Ginter up to an 80 in this season still to make him a proper good centre-back for Liverpool. So we already have that centre-back in our team. A lot of you assistant coaches have said I should not go for a new one, and I will trust you guys. So let's see what we can do against Arsenal in today's first match, which is in the BPL. So it's quite important. We are starting off with the first chance, Danny Ings. Yes, we are actually playing with the reserves team because the first team is once again down on stamina, and this reserves team has always been very reliable for me, but Alexis Sanchez on the left hand side was just destroying me every single attack. He came around and I just couldn't stop him, and that is a big problem for me defending on FIFA 16. I just suck. Did you just see my failed tackle over there? But thankfully Dragovski is very good with his reflexes. Now Gabriel on the left hand side looks for someone in the middle, does find Lucas with the pass inside for Lallana, and Lallana, his shot will get saved by the goalkeeper. So that was our first or second proper attack in this match. Now Danny Ings with a pass over to Jordan Ibe, and Peter Cech just doesn't have to move. The shot lands right in front of him and he just grabs it out of the air. And Alexis Sanchez now once again getting past two of my defenders. Make that three, Alexis. But Dragovski, man, 3 really good saves in this match already. He is so far the man of the match for Liverpool. But moving on, we are in the 62nd minute. Verratti has signed for Arsenal. Verratti has passed it over to Welbeck. Now the ball is at the feet of Alexis Sanchez again on the left-hand side. Gets past everyone, and Dragovski is just the last stand in this team, and that's the only thing that is working in our club right now. The goalkeepers are doing an amazing job, but the defenders, especially, like, I personally suck at defending. Did you just see the save Dragovski made again? Man, this guy is on fire. And there is like the goal decision system coming up for this one, which I don't really understand. But we are moving on into the 82nd minute. Walcott now getting past my players, crossing it in. And thankfully our defender is able to get that one away. Now Kieran Gibbs loses the ball in midfield. It was James Milner getting it. Sturridge with the pass over to Danny Ings. Danny Ings looking for Sturridge on the right hand side on his own. Sturridge gets it one-on-one against the keeper. Pass it into the middle and James Milner scores it in the 87th minute. That is the winning goal by James Milner, the player I personally enjoy the most in this team because he is so trustworthy every single game. He is consistent and plays on a top level. And thankfully that was the goal that came in very late. So Arsenal did not really have too many chances except this one. And Dragovski, I mean, it's a tough choice between James Milner and Dragovski, but in this match I would have to give it over to Dragovski. He made at least 7 saves. Whew. I actually thought that went in very close in that last position, but we are getting the 3 points. Liverpool getting past Arsenal with the reserves team with a little bit of luck. Daniel Sturridge coming in as a substitute and getting the assist, so that is always a good thing to say from a player like Sturridge, because he hasn't been performing on top level throughout the whole season, but now he's picking up, and in real life he has just scored 2 goals for Liverpool, so everything is going great. Mamadou Sakho is coming back from his injury, but we are still in the transfer window and we have one big task: getting rid of Balotelli. He's unhappy that he now joined Liverpool and he hasn't played, so he's already unhappy. Mario Balotelli wants to leave the team. 28.5 million offered for Sturridge. But let me tell you this, I am not selling any of the top players of Liverpool. Players like Coutinho, Benteke, Sturridge. I really want to keep those guys in my team as long as I don't get like insane offers for like 40, 50 million. I don't want to sell any of those players because I'm really happy with them and I do feel connected to them. Since I am a Liverpool fan, I want to keep them in the team. The players I enjoy watching in real life, I want to keep them in the team. Lucas Leiva, actually not so much a player I enjoy in real life, but we just need him. But in the next season, we probably are going to be replacing him with a younger center defensive midfielder who can do the job on the bench and who will be happy with that position. Newcastle finally accepted the counter offers we were making. 12 million for Mario Balotelli. Then Southampton also came in with 12 million. I said 14 million, hoping that they would accept it and that he would go over to there, but he didn't. Mario Balotelli left and he's now gone to Newcastle United. Hopefully he will not come back to haunt us because he's now in the same league as we are. But 10 million added to the budget of Liverpool. That was important. We only had like 7 million. We recalled him. Then we had like 5 million, I believe. We had to change the wage budget a little bit because he gets 80k. So getting him back into the team did cost us a lot of money, but luckily we got 10 million for him in the end. Tielemans actually went to Manchester United now, so he is one of those players you don't need to suggest in the upcoming seasons because he has now moved over to our rivals and there's no way that we are buying a player of our rivals. That is the same thing that goes for players like Martial, Depay, and now Tielemans has been added to that list. Luis Alberto, 23 years old, 77 rated. He has gone up by +3 already, playing for, I believe that is Deportivo La Coruña. And I mean, he doesn't really have the best physical statistics, but he seems like a good player. So maybe next season he could be someone who gets involved into the playing time at Liverpool. But now the game against Sunderland got simmed. Konoplyanka, Roberto Firmino and Benteke scoring goals. Decent performance by all three guys, and most importantly, the defense did not concede a goal. So it's a 3-0 victory, 3 points for Liverpool. Moving on after the Arsenal match, so 6 points in 2 matches, which is good. Ben Morrison, 71 to 94 potential. I actually bought him into the team as well, so let's see how good he will be in the future. And if you guys did take a look at the training, I am moving on and training players like Riedewald because I need him to grow now. He is one of those players who has a really high potential and hopefully he will be able to use that for Liverpool at some point. But now take a look at this terrible defending from me. I mean, the goalkeeper made a good save at first, but come on, man. Just look at the tackle I made with Klein. Look at this. I'm running past him and then pressing the tackle button. I honestly need to watch some defensive tutorials because I am defending too aggressive. I'm chasing them too much. I'm running too much. I'm pulling out my center backs too much. And there we go. Mbokani scoring his first goal in this match, and we are 2-0 down against Norwich City. And that was really disappointing because I had so many chances in this match, but the only one I want to show you guys is this one, because I felt like it was the biggest chance of our team, even though it was a quite tough angle to score from. But the only reason I only showed you that one was because Norwich City actually made it 3-0. Yes, Mbokani scoring his second goal against Liverpool, and now he's one of the top scorers of the league. He has now 8 goals in this season, and he does seem like a decent striker. But this performance from me especially, not from the team, not from the defense, not from the attackers, just me as the person controlling the team, was terrible. The defending was just so bad. Hopefully now that I'm streaming a little bit more on Twitch, you guys will be able to tell me what I'm doing wrong and you'll be able to analyze what I'm doing and tell me how to improve it. But moving on after that loss, I mean, it isn't that bad. We have won against Arsenal and that is a really important match. And then we moved over to win against Sunderland, so it's not that bad that we actually lost against Norwich City, but still we had a few other problems in the team. Daniel Sturridge, morale says he is insecure, and I don't really understand why. There's a big difference between Daniel Sturridge and Benteke at the moment. Yes, Benteke does play in the striking position, and he has a big advantage at scoring goals in this team currently. But to make sure that Daniel Sturridge is actually happy again, I offered him a new contract which upgraded his wages from 100k to 160k, which then makes him the second most earning player in the team, straight after Konoplyanka, I believe. So we have spent a lot of money in this transfer window. Let me tell you that. I honestly didn't think that I would spend that much money, especially on wages for Konoplyanka, and then moving on for Daniel Sturridge, just to make him feel better again. And in this match, Stoke City was so aggressive. It is the FA Cup match, and Benteke couldn't take anything of it anymore. He was like, what the fuck is going on? And Wilson just turned around, you know, he just pissed off. He was scared of Benteke the Beast, and Benteke tried to score here. He wanted a revenge for that tackle that they pulled on him, and it will just continue in this match, trust me. Now a chance coming up with Alberto Moreno after the corner. It lands in front of Christian Benteke, who now has gotten the revenge for that shit tackle from Wilson right there. So now mentally our team has the upper hand, and we can move on in this match to look for the second goal. Benteke, good job against the guy that fouled him earlier on, but it just didn't stop. Peters with a tackle on Origi, which in my opinion could have been at least a yellow card. Benteke now looking for another goal, passing it to Henderson. Roberto Firmino with a fake shot. Roberto Firmino, the same chance that he had against Norwich City. I mean, the same angle, but still we just did not score, and Benteke gets injured. I was so pissed. I was running. I was chasing after Stoke City now. Every single player who had the ball on his feet, I was going to slide tackle. Johnson, I'm sorry, mate, but you're the one to take it. There we go. We just had to re-establish the respect of Stoke City. I could not play against them like this if they are just going to go ahead and injure my players. Benteke still in the match. James Milner now with the pass over to him. Benteke wants to score another one after that injury that he got from the Stoke City players. No, it lands in front of James Milner, who scores his second goal in this episode. Big ups to him. He passed it over to Benteke, and then Benteke just tried his best to score that second one, but he was involved into that attack, so props to him as well. But James Milner now on 2 goals in this episode, the guy to score the most in this one. And there's a great pass into the middle. Roberto Firmino trying to get past the defenders. He does so, but then it will be cleared on the line. This was the first time I wanted to see the goal decision system, and there we go. It says no goal, but take a look at how close it was. I mean, come on. Just a tiny little bit and it would have been a goal. And it is actually Wilson who we picked on the last few attacks. And now we are moving on into an attack of Stoke City. Well, luckily there is just no one to hit the target for them, and we are going to be making some changes. It is Daniel Sturridge joining in the striking position. I was thinking about Danny Ings, but then decided to go with Lallana at cam, and then in the center midfield position I wanted Emre Can for a bit of stability in the midfield. Now though, it was still Stoke City on the attack. 81st minute, it is Cameron with the shot, Mignolet with the save, and Klein with the clearance. So in the 90th minute, the match is over, and we are moving on into the next round of the FA Cup. Good job by Liverpool, and more than that, good job from James Milner, who has now scored 2 very important goals in this episode only. Danny Ings, now after the training has been finished, he is going up to a 77 rating. Really good from him. And after that, I was actually quite interested in Danny Ings once again, because I wanted to take a look at his stats. And before we do that, we are moving on into the league table. You can see we are 8 points away from Manchester City, who are just running away with it at this point. And the only thing we need to concentrate on is landing in a Champions League spot at the end of the season. Here is the question of the day for the assistant coaches, which you can vote on in the description down below. There is a link to a straw poll. From now on, should I only sub in Danny Ings for Benteke, or should I still try to sub in Origi at the striker position and then sometimes Gabriel? Or should I just focus on Danny Ings in the striking position and use Gabriel and Origi only on the wings as substitutes? Let me know in the comments down below and in the straw poll. Thank you guys so much for watching, and now enjoy the player of the episode, James Milner.